First of all, I just want to say thank you, God. I was listening to this Perp Strat to Negate. What I was listening to. Um, First of all, let me just start saying that I know what's happened to me. Unfortunately, I was put in a program where I became now a target individual, and as a target individual, I understand that as a human being, I'm being utilized as a guinea pig. Basically, utilizing very advanced technology onto me and continuously improving on that technology by using test subject. It's men, women, and children that are target individual. Unfortunately, I was put in that program, and fortunately, at least I know who put me in this program. Now, this ecosystem that they put around you as a test subject, as a target individual, to try to disorient you, to start seeing these things as something else, is being destroyed, the facade, in regard of what they were supposed to make me think. As my body's been breaking down and everything is happening to me, they want to utilize this fatigue, this destruction of my body to implant their reality that they've created and manipulated and altered. And they're nothings. A lot of these participants want to hold on to this fantasized reality, recreate, reframe what this program is about in the version that paint them in a different way, instead of just the bottom feeders, the trash. I look at my plants, right, and the dirt on the plants, and I'm like, this is the participants that I see around here. They're the nothings. Some of them enjoy being involved in that because it gives them an escapism. Others just enjoy because they get opportunism. That is just amazing. They benefit from my employer, who's in a specific industry where I'm sure having somebody like me can help them gain more clientele, to whatever else incentive they can get, not only just financial. But they also contract this ecosystem of, I call them the Green Beret, the special force of mental retardation. Their job is to just drive the test subject into insanity, into almost mental retardation. Those are those who get rewarded for their mental retardation, who knows their job is to be mentally challenged and to be convincing in that, to try to drive that into the test subject. They're very mature individual, adults and non-adults. And so I call them special forces. I call them Navy SEALs. I call them, because they love to call themselves be at war. It's like, you're only at war with mental reality. You have to be a mental retarded human being, because this is how the guys like you. They want you to subscribe to the absurdity, to the falsification, to the alteration, to the manipulations, and to become mental retards. And they say things that don't mean anything at this point. They tell me it's over. It's been over the day I was put in this program. They just have this like infantile way of trying to create some closure. They've been destroying the way they were trying to paint themselves. The people who destroy me are very, very much far from these clowns. This little retards that tell me they're gonna take me in court by having children playing rape victims. This is the loserness that we're talking about here. Oh, and playing super fierce and like woke, like feminist and like just daring bold things. Well, the people who destroy my life are really doing bold things. Real being fierce in whatever they're doing. This trash are just the coward losers working for pedophiles, forcing people to have these experiences and disgusting it, and try to get them to subscribe to them. Top tier pedophiles are running this program. Sorry, top tier entities with pedophilia issues are running this program, contracting some Navy SEAL of retardation. That still want to be credible, by the way. Where their life right now consists of framing me, but also they talk about implanting child porn. That's how bold they were talking about here. That's what we're talking about now. I wink because that's what they consider bold. I mean, this disgusting low-life bottom feeders working for pedos, finding empowerment in the most disgusting things. Normalizing child porn implantation as a weapon, as a way, a tool of winners. Just loserness. I'll put that in their faces. They were making me think of like somebody who employed me, and it's such a, oh my gosh. You know, the best part about who employs me currently, what they benefit from this, is so apparent. It's like, oh, so obvious. I know why you're involved in this, okay? I understand that can help the business a lot. A lot. Okay? I don't know, like, I think with them, like, they really think they're really insulting my intelligence in ways that's just magical. But it's okay. I like that. They just underestimate the... No, it's never an underestimate. Just keep thinking like that. It'll be my honor to make sure that I put that in the obvious in your face. And if you're shocked by how obvious it is, good for you, you retard. Like, it's funny. I work with people very smart, analytical, but they have like these ways of thinking that that's when you know human beings have this ability to like recreate reality according to what they need to live off. The opportunists. It's so obvious why you're in opportunities in this way. The opportunity is so obvious. This can help you perhaps get some more clientele because you're in that field. Okay, it's obvious. The people who destroy my life, yes, look, I used to work for them. Look at what they're doing to the country. Look at how influenceable they are in the country. Who would I think destroy my life? The people who are underpaying me currently, or the people who I used to work for when they donated money to a man that you can barely see the name of, while I'm still working with them. Oh, by the way, they are paying me way more than you. The reason why I came to this city, like, how much fake lefters and this theatrics and hyping each other's up, because that's what they do. It's like almost like a culty type of like tactics of like, as they just hype each other up in the fantasized reality they put together, or just like focusing on like the things this program can do. They control me. I understand that. Just be transparent that you enjoy the fact that you're involved in something where human beings are being controlled. This is very sophisticated technology that can control the mind in different ways. I was looking for watches and I start searching, and it's like they've been controlling. Like, they started making me searching a while ago for like Japanese watches, and it's been controlled for years. Well, not for long, yeah, for years, but this has been ongoing. Then they have this. They in this program they utilize a lot of childlike individual, very mature individual, right? I believe the reason why they do that is because they want the test subject, the target individual, to start rationalizing like a childlike individual, in like extreme immature level. They want to regress the ability of thinking normally. It's like gaslighting. First of all, is meant to like stop you from thinking in a critical state, in a critical way, not even intellectual, just critically thinking. So to go even further, having childlike individual helps even regress the rationality of somebody. Imagine that you non-stop hearing some childlike individual try to gaslight you. You have to stop and we're investigating. You're like, these people that haven't even finished school. Right? It's like they try to turn you into a mentally handicapped individual, like regress to their level. I think there is a clear purpose on utilizing people with that level of maturity. And even those who are adults turn into some immature people. I work with people who every day I hear them talking about work in different ways and being analytical, and then switch a mental retardation into their mind, which is amazing. I can't even believe it. So even them, grown men and women, capable, analytical, critical thinkers, in 2 seconds just turn into something mentally retarded. And I believe it's just because it's just meant to break the test subject into thinking in this like absurd way. Now they have me in this ecosystem where there's a lot of childlike individual. Oh my gosh, you hear mentally retardation of all sorts. Saying the foulest things, for example, right now they say they have it, they have HIV. Once we frame you with these children, they have HIV, and this, and you hear this childlike trash who talk about somebody giving you HIV when they don't have any plans of their future. To try to just negate the reality that you see things for what they are. That you know that this trash and the clowns the government contract to disorient you as they manipulate your brain. Then having them tell you, no, we were just mapping your brain. This is trash, you just alter the brain. They use clowns like you for me to become a mental retard like you. Then they have the opportunists like the employee there is like, oh, every time they manipulate me. Like this one guy, he's a high level employer of mine. And I remember even interviewing with him. He had like that smirk when he hired me. That I knew, like I knew all along he was a perp, but he had like that smirk, like he's just laughing because I'm sure he's like, oh, I'm gonna make some good money here. I remember that interview, and since that day I knew it was like you're that, but I already knew before that because I already heard the testimony of target individual understanding that wherever you get employed, this is what happens. And they're going to be participants. So I had the expectation. So going through my whole interview process, as an interview bunch of employer, they all were acting the same way. So I was like, oh, okay, this is what's going to been happening. So I have to choose which one of the perps are going to be. Right, and that one specifically just started smiling at the end. It's like, oh gosh. But I knew it was going to go like that either way, right? Because they're going to do that. They're going to participate in something that was already ongoing. At that point, I was already making videos. I already knew what was happening. It was way after August 19, 2019. Things were already in a stage of awareness. Now, they're making me think of him, and they make me think of, because they always try to make me think of his child that I'm not even sure is actually his child, but they make me imagine what his child looks like, because he always sends pictures of his kids, but I always dodge them, especially the little girl. So they try to piece together what the child might look like, a little white little girl, and make me have the stimulation they make me have. And be like, oh, you see, we mapped it, and you say, send this researchers, this special researchers, this analytics, who have all they have their life together, by the way, who haven't mapped their life and talk about, yeah, map your brain, you make you retard. And try to make me subscribe to this thing, and the guy always looks angry. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm angry. It's like trash opportunist, trash. You're not angry. You want me to see you angry. It's a difference. The difference is, you know that my brain has to be manipulated in so many ways. It's such a gimmick because you gain from this, and you don't want to be seen for the opportunist that you are. I mean, some of the theatrical was so crazy when he was like looking at me. He's like, oh, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay. There's a time I got up, and in front of me there was like a coworker who was a participant. She there was a picture of a chubby big baby, blue, big cheeks, and adorable. They stopped manipulating my brain, giving me sexual stimulation. Pew! And then he was looking at the computer, and they're like looking at each other, like he was like looking at how you see when you're like looking like they're assessing, and they're even doing like hand movements, like, yeah, if you do this, if you look at this, and if you look at the it's like they would try to describe, like, oh yeah, I'm saying that, and he'll look at me like, you gotta pay. So fucking theatrical. I'm like, oh right, gosh, and action. Clearly, they want me to internalize what they do to me, and they're like, oh, moving, like, oh yeah. If I look at the computer, like, fuck, f you. Like, you think I'm that retarded? And then somebody like, yeah, you're gonna pay. He was like, oh, you're gonna pay. And then that's what they talk about paying is they try to make me think that what they make me experience today is matching to what I experienced when I was a child. First of all, to try to even make somebody reason that you are making a person mentally regress. That's mental retardation. To make his brain be a brain of a child. And that's what's happening. That you're making this person a mental retarded human being. A late mid-30s into some 14, 13-year-old mentally. It's called mental fucking retardation, which is not what you're doing. You're just trying to utilize that as a way to rationalize what you're doing to me by manipulating my brain. They have no shame. They want to present themselves as the protectors of children. And so make you have these experiences and act like they're catching you with things that they not manipulate themselves. Because they want to take advantage of this program, enjoy it, but still look like good people. Never. Death comes to all of us. However, a plague, because they are damaging my body. My lower side is, like, even when I urinate, I've been drinking a lot of water to try to urinate properly, but they're damaging. I don't know if it's my kidney, I don't know if it's my pancreas, I don't know if it's my liver, but it's being damaged. And it's making me have headaches and fevers, and it's not good. So I understand that soon I won't be able to make these videos, but before then I will make as many as I can, because I want to make sure that everything I say comes back and land where it needs to land. But oh yeah, and when I go back to like me as a child, they try to bring up what I did as a kid, that they're exaggerating it and making me sound like they're making me pay for this act of a child. I'm like, you this trash, who first of all want somebody to be descriptive of how they're being manipulated, made them think. They say they're making him be the child that he was when he was in middle school. As a 30-some-year-old, then having to try to exaggerate what this child did. But to finish that up, to understand that this program is utilizing test subjects of all ages and all gender, where this baby is being tortured, where there's like kids dying from, not even dying, suffering from seizures and all kind of diseases in this program, radiating them, radiating kids, blinding them temporarily, destroying their health slowly of infants. And I'm going to let you live that fantasy that you're going to make me pay for me as a child in middle school, or involved in a program that is out here destroying the health of babies in this program. Or accept to be involved in that when you have children. You're a disgusting opportunist fucker. You're not a daring, bold. You're just an opportunist. I will never allow these clowns, and then they use these retards to try to gaslight me using their retardation, wanting me to start thinking this mental retarded way, in a regress way. These kids who are living just regress to the fullest, where they think they're heroes by playing rape victims, because that's how they're going to frame me. Tell me we're going to see each other in court, like you better be in court, because if you see each other anywhere else, and you play your fucking, you do your little thing, reality's going to collide. You do your little gimmick, you think we're gonna have a problem. You see these videos. You see the video when I'm walking, I have body cams, so they can do their games. Okay, first of all, if you don't do anything crazy, and first you're gonna be on this YouTube channel. That's the first thing. You're gonna see how a clown like you look like a little retard. They will try to create this mental battle. Yesterday, wow, so because I'm getting sick and I'm getting headaches and my brain is hurt, they take advantage of that to implant thoughts and stupidity of a level that is magically retarded, excuse my language, but mentally regressed. And because I'm too fatigued and my brain is so destroyed, and not even destroyed, I'm having headaches and my body is just fevered. They start trying to create mental battles, like, yeah, no, but see, you can just this girl, this like 13 is pretty, and they try to start, like how you try to compare like pretty of like a child and pretty of a woman. And try to be like, yeah, no, and they're not pretty, they're disgusting little trash. I'm not even talking about the way they look. I'm talking about just disgustingness. They're just annoying, they're just agitated. I want to spit on them. That's how disgusting I am by them. Little silly retard. I remember seeing one, she was like, trying to act like this. See how you look like on camera? You little retard. Talking about, you're in that. It's like, you look at me and look at you. I will slap the life out of you. You'll be ungroomed in a second I slap you. Because they groom this trash to think they're like, I'm gonna play the. I will slap the reality out of in you so fast. It will change your life. Maybe you start focusing on your future. You start thinking, oh, maybe I should go to college. Maybe I should think about what I'm going to do in the future. Maybe I should, instead of thinking about how you're going to play the rape victim. Practicing how you are going to say, you raped me. Disgusting trash. This one little trash I remember. I have a camera over. Oh my God, I have a body cam. This little weird, just looking at her. She had like a little tub back. She had like shot to shut attitude. It was like, ooh. Imagine this little shit talk about with me. Me. And then they have these clowns around here. The mothers or the parents over there, people try to act like, okay, hey, bring your child. Or maybe act like we did meet. Hey. I'll die there. I'm not gonna allow this fucking trash leave the fantasy. Sell your retard, but you play your game in front of me. I'm gonna let you. There's this man, this older man. He thinks that the more he behaves like it's true, the more he's going. I was looking and he's trying to walk around. I looked at him. Just look at this shit. Look at this grown man. He's in the 60s and all that. Look at that. He's selling his kid. And you think I'm gonna let him play the games like that? Send this retard near me. I swear to God. I'll slap them to reality. Trash. What kind of man can do that to their own fucking retards? Instead of showing them the right way to live life, you are here training them to play rape victims and try to immerse them in these fictional things that you guys created. Fucking trash. Taking visuals, stay strong. You see, you're gonna be surrounded by trash of all sorts. Be strong. This trash will want to enact the reality they put together, the fiction. Me, I look at them like, look at him. He saw his kids. Yeah, bring your kids. Bring your retard near me. Make them play the role in front of me. Make them play the character in front of me. I don't care if you're there. You'll be a problem. Tiger just stay strong. Yesterday there was this older woman. She was like, I was like, you can't even say Roy Moore. Look at her. She got uncomfortable. I was like, send your little retards. I promise you, it'll be a problem. They want me to be mentally regressed? Okay. I'll show you. I'll be a genius in front of you. Tiger Major, stay strong.